Hello everyone and welcome back to Mortal Empires. Last time, Chaos came! It took them long enough! Looks like we have 2 turns until we can test out another experimental army. This one rather higher quality in my opinion, against Fort Oberstyre. We're going to be playing a siege, and while sieges do generally boil down to the same thing over and over, it is an issue I will cheerfully admit this game has. It should at least be interesting to play it with such an unconventional dwarf army, as I don't have nearly the ranged firepower I usually do. Hopefully it won't be too boring for you guys. Let's see. Okay, we can get... Oh! I don't have the money thing at Karak Asgal. That's actually bad. I can get a research rate up, though. I can get you. I don't really care about corruption, but I can get... Do I want a runic gate here? Sure. Why not? And memory serves, there should be some Northmen coming from this general area once the Storm of Chaos proper arrives. Because right now we have Chaos Rises. +1 corruption. There is a worse version. Trust me when I speak of this. There is a much worse version. I do not exaggerate. I do not understate. It is much worse.
It's in belts.
Alright. Oh, great. Resetra is going to be a hell of a fight, isn't it? It's got, yep, 2 extra cards of Graveguard, 5 extra cards of Graveguard, 2 extra cards of Cannon Wraiths, an extra cards of Black Knights, 2 Cryptors, and a Vargeist. Look at that garrison. That is a lot of actually pretty good infantry.
Let us begin. What?
I'm almost tempted to just siege them out. I don't have anything I need those armies for. I've got 2 stacks moving up north. I've got the income to build up quite nasty forces. And once Shield of Civilization actually activates, I don't believe it's active right now. It requires the full deployment.
It is time.
Chaos. Once that activates,
All here,
should be pretty good.
honored dwarfkin.
Oi. No? Okay. Yeah, pushing my guys up south, not south, north as fast as I can.
Using guild routes.
Chances are too
By
low?
the king's command.
Oh, you're exhausted because you stabbed someone to death. Right.
Onward. No. For clan honor. That will incur my
Wow,
wrath.
Surthek has a decent loadout. Like, that's a pretty decent loadout. Unfortunately, all Kislev has to support is 1 Wandering Thane for 2 turns, plus time to take Oberstyre, plus a bit more.
Never.
Looks like Odo Pfaffbach. That man must have been made fun of so much in school. Is moving out. Wonder why he isn't using Graveguard, though. Then again, maybe they're there and I'm just not seeing them like a moron. Always possible. Theab.
I refuse.
I might have Belagar take Drakenhof, actually. Then again, playing this containment continuously wouldn't be too bad, really. Also, I have no idea what a shylane is. Could someone in the comments inform me of this? Because it's a really strange word that I haven't heard before. Also, look at Kislev's garrison. Look at how many outriders it has. It's not really useful to have missile cav, but yeah. Something to note, the big issue here with the missile cav is that they're direct fire missile cav. Archers can shoot over walls. You cannot shoot a rifle over a wall. Unless you're a really, really good shot in real life. That is something you can do. But, you know, The game mechanics do not account for it, I suppose would be a better way to put it. Let's end the turn. Alright. Volkmar is moving north with a lot of guns, which is very Empire of them, really. The Empire is known for its enormous gun lines. I've honestly been thinking about some gimmick armies that I could use to try and hold back Chaos a bit. One of the ones I've been considering is just grabbing a stack of Thunderers and throwing it at them. It wouldn't be a very good army, it'd all certainly get butchered, but Thunderers are decent in melee. And more importantly, anything that reaches them in melee is going to have to deal with the fact that it is full of bullets. Bitty bullets. Still, the greenskins are basically gone. So, once the actual proper Storm of Chaos rolls around, I think it's Chaos Ascendant that's the effect. It's been a while since I looked at it. Mostly been playing 2, and the Vortex campaign, which does not have the whole Storm of Chaos event. Instead it has, you know, the various rituals. Yeah, they're only exalted by Chaos. Zubhor Scion Slayer. Silly, silly man. Hurry up. Still, hopefully Lothern and the like don't crumble. It would be very bad to have the Ulthuan destroyed by Chaos. That'd probably be the worst end for this, because I'd have to defend another flank. The fact that Talea wiped out Skaven Blight, which I am still amused by, is going to help amazingly, but there's only so much that you can well, do. You know? Ah, Bretonia is really pushing the Confederation. It seems that the invasion got some relations up. Nothing like a common enemy to make friends.
What brings you before the heir of Lund?
That's even actual social advice. If you have a common enemy, you're more likely to be friends. Yeah, I think Grunty Mingo was the last greenskin place, and Galbaraz is the last Top Knots place, but they might have expanded further down south into the territory that would normally be owned by Krokgar and the like.
What brings you before the heir of Lund?
Okay. I have no idea where you are or who you are, but okay. Ah, Clan Morris has performed the Scheme of Doom! Seriously, look at that. It's actually called the Scheme of Doom! I love this game, and they're basically Saturday morning cartoon villains, but they are amazing at it. And of course, the Empire is still fighting itself, because that's obviously what you want to do when chaos rolls around. It is not what you want to do when chaos rolls around. One of these days, I'm going to install a mod that unifies all the factions, like, just overall, gets rid of all these annoying little sub-factions, and sees where and see where it goes from there, you know? Bretonnia starts out with all of its stuff, the Empire is together, the Karazhan Core is intact, that sort of thing. The Badlands are obviously covered by orcs. It will be very, very interesting. Dimitri, not sure what you're thinking here. Border Princes are doing things, though. They just took down Grimgore for me. Thank you, Border Princes. I really do think that they've probably been one of my more steadfast allies. They put down some rebellions that were very badly timed, kicked some orc ass, and gotten me some rather good benefits from trade. They've been very good allies, honestly, and I was not expecting that when I started this Let's Play. After all, in the fluff, the Border Princes usually just dissolve themselves every 15 minutes. Okay, you can try to stab me. Good job. You screwed up. Idiot. You couldn't do this with Graveguard. Why do you think you can do it with zombies? Looks like we're playing another tiny fight, ladies and gentlemen. What I think I'm going to do is, again, use the miners as a sacrificial ploy and the warriors to actually hold. The fact that I now have masterwork armor is going to help, though, because that's +5 armor for my miners and my warriors. But with a bonus from my shield, from the shield boost I got early on, interlocking shields, my warriors now have 90 armor. Neither skeleton warriors nor skeleton spearmen are really known for their ability to, well, deal with armor. The issue is, as always, the Lord. Nobody likes the Lord. Annoying git, Peter Leichberg is. Still, if I had a thing, I'd probably just win this outright, honestly. I wouldn't have even tried to bring in such an inferior force, but yeah. Anyway, since they're the only units that don't have shields, I'm going to shoot the zombies first. The Quarrelers can then target the Skeleton Warriors. The Skeleton Spearmen are the lowest priority. Most of the Spearmen are just generally worse than Swordsmen, unless... Keyword, unless...
Miners!
You happen to be dealing with large units, like Cavalry and monstrous creatures.
Quarrelers!
Looks like they're trying to ram their zombies down the center to target my troops. And they may just succeed, because I'm down a lot of troops from that last fight, and I haven't replenished too much.
Shooting!
On the other hand, zombies are a lot more rubbish than Graveguard. And they have less armor, so I'm going to be dealing a full 29 damage instead of a 4 damage. Modified by armor, that is. I'm not actually quite sure how armor works, besides armor-piercing damage doesn't care about it. Would any Total War veterans in the comments care to enlighten me?
Kill them all in Beard's reach.
I wonder how many zombies are going to die from the first salvos. Whoop! 6. Oh, we look at them melt.
Peleus curse on all wizards for Grimnir. Kazoo! How about them?
Charge!
Quarrelers! For the High King! Valea, bless our aim! Quarrelers! They have wronged us!
Oh, bugger.
Damn spellcasters! Valea, bless our aim!
That's also a good shooting target.
For the High King! Quarrelers! Move! Hit your targets well!
I need my quarrelers to be shooting as much as is possible. My warriors seem to be doing fine, but my miners are getting kind of wrecked.
Quarrelers! Anu!
What are you doing? Stop staying in formation, get in there!
Put the urge! Fire on the foe!
Alright.
They have wronged us! The Book of Guzi shall be filled with the Zanganas!
Sorry, I probably shouldn't be humming along, but yeah. Looks like that unit of skeleton warriors is down to about half health. Little more. Don't shoot him, shoot the skeletons! The Lord can just be kited around endlessly, pretty much. Okay, the zombies are going to literally fall apart. Well, the skeletons have, you know, shields. Great, the flanks are crumbling, but their center is too. Let's see how much damage I can do to their skeleton warriors. If I can keep the skeleton warriors down, if I can wipe them out, that's going to be very helpful, because the skeleton warriors are actually slightly dangerous. Like the zombies, who the miners were managing to have we're doing okay with, despite being vastly outnumbered. Alright, on the spearmen. Alright, my warrior, as you can see, my dwarf warriors are having a grand old time with the zombies and the like. Look at all those kills. You see why I love Dwarven Archers so much now? They're just so very good at killing things. The Dwarven front line is just so built for just sitting there and going, no, we're not going to break now. Alright, the miners can probably handle the zombies, even if there's only 34 of them, because the zombies are only 62. That's less than 2-to-1 odds in my favor, and zombies are absolute trash.
Get your
Okay, warriors on the zombies. Pause. Fine.
Targets, Lord!
He seems to be trying to move out instead of actually fight. I think that's invitation in the heck? Yep, that's an hack.
We demand blood! Charge!
Run away!
North warriors! Raise up! Raise us!
Now if he comes in, I'll be able to lure him into a good bit of shoots. The trick is going to be getting within range of this group of quarrelers before he managed to engage in this group of quarrelers. That is where my problem is going to lie.
If they get close!
The warriors seem to be doing okay, though. Good solid march. Looks like, yep, the quarrelers are going to get into the safe range. Or at least you are going to be slowed down by sheer volume of crossbow bolts hitting your face range. Really, though, I do need to put the garrison buff on this just to, not have to do this fight repeatedly. It's kind of annoying. By kind of annoying, I mean very annoying. I should recruit a lord and just plop him in here so I have something to bash the enemy lord's head in with and don't have to keep worried about him. Alright, hostile vampire lord is going to get shot up quite a bit. Also, he's literally the only member left of his entire army. I'm not sure why he thinks he can kill 272 Dawi. Just hacked himself again. Problem is, dude, you have a limited amount of hit point regeneration. You've already burnt through quite a lot of it. Run away! Run away! Run away! Let the warriors get it! Let the warriors get it! Get away! Get away! Get away!
If they get close, not on! Move now!
Oh my god, did you hear that? If they get close, not
Get him! Miners!
That was ridiculous and I love it. Okay, shoot up the Vampire Lord more. The more of his health he spends dealing with bolt-based and hex.
Find your target!
Run away!
Kill the Oath Splitters! It is a reckoning!
Run away!
For the Karat Anchor! Pump those woven legs!
The heck again. The more of these you spend, the less you'll have to get back. This is like Looney Tunes, isn't it?
Fire on the foe!
You know what, sod it. I have enough troops to do this. It's probably not the most efficient way, but bugger if it isn't more interesting.
Rip out their fangs! For the Karat Encore! Shoot those wattocks! I'm a stay dead! Take them down!
What are you even... Whatever. Not really my problem. Yeah, I'm shooting into melee, but they're minors, so no one cares.
Missiles ready! Dowie, halt! Quarrelers!
Come on, mate. You've lost literally your entire army.
Miners! Quarrelers!
Could you at least have the decency to do something interesting?
Bump those dwarfen legs! Nothing can stop us! The clans unite! Shah!
Back away, see if we can get a salvo or two in.
Kill them!
Ah, Van Hel's Dance Macabre.
Quarrelers! Quarrelers! Ah, it's about time! Nothing can stop us!
More shots.
Go! The clans unite!
Back away, miners. Look, can you just fall apart already, please? This is getting repetitive and boring. Mostly boring. He doesn't even have enough health to restore all his health and his regeneration. Oh, finally! State Army losses issues. Finally! He's falling apart. Finally! That took far too long. Heroic victory, really? That was heroic? That was heroic? All the victories you could call heroic, that was it? Yes, 8-to-1 kill-death ratio. But really? Really, guys? Honestly, if I'd had a front line of 4 warriors instead of 4 miners, even with the unit numbers I had, that would have been a slaughter. Like, that's really the only way to describe it. It would have been a slaughter. No fuss, no muss, and no question. But I have to make do with miners because they are so very shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, they'll do well against the trash units of other races, but compared to warriors, I just don't see why you take miners. Maybe if you want to go in and gates on sieges, but if you want to go at gates and sieges, why not just build a battering ram? Really, it's just... they're just kind of pointless. Giving them Vanguard was a touch that kind of helped them, but dwarves don't really get enough... they don't really get the ability to really take advantage of it. Maybe if miners had some sort of ability to dig into the ground and hide, that might make them okay for sneaky, suddenly flanking maneuvers, but they're just kind of bad. Sorry, but miners are just bad. Like, compared to the rest of the dwarven lineup, they're just not good. I've yet to find any way to really disagree with that. They're just not good. At least they can hold the line against zombies. Good job, miners. You're not as trash as zombies are. Okay, it looks like Clan Molder have of course decided to attack. That's at least somewhat in character. The Skaven just sort of treat chaos as a thing that happens. Sure, they'll have millions of Skaven dead, but there's millions more Skaven. They have the expendable mooks of Saturday morning cartoon villains too. And the crazy tech that explodes half the time and kills the user. They even all have chronic backstabbing disorder, just like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. And they're incredibly dangerous, just like a Saturday morning cartoon villain that isn't actually in a cartoon.
For clan honor.
The last one is very important to remember. As much as Skaven are a big joke, they're very dangerous.
He will die by
Let's
my
gack that
axe.
Grey Seer. That'll really help.
Nine.
Or I could not gack that Grey Seer and not get a lot of help. Okay. Okay. That's okay. Totally okay. I'm not okay with it at all. Alright. Fortifications. Temple off is going to be where I hold the line. Because I need more public order. Well, I could use it when something bad rolls around, really. I don't need it as much as really want it. Ah, Karak Asgal! Here we go.
Onward.
Ah, Kun Dragon Slayer, leveled up. More damage for artillery missile units, please. You can normal into Raystra.
Let us settle this.
Yeah, that'd be a nasty army to face. That's a lot of Graveguard. That's a lot of Graveguard with great weapons. That's a lot of Cairn Wraiths. Nasty army. Again, going to spend 4 turns building siege towers. The fact that you can't have a supporting army help building things does kind of annoy me, I'm not going to lie. Right, hop this in next to it. Let's see what the odds are if I attack now, according to the AI. Very positive. I'm probably just going to let those towers get built. If the AI decides to sally, I'll play it, but if they decide to sally, I don't think they will. I do not think they will, because they would get absolutely butchered.
Iron hammer.
Alright. Forwards! Ever closer, ever farther. Not yet ever chosen. Let's get you a lord. Lord. Wouldn't be too bad, but I wouldn't mind a tactician either, honestly. Let's get a tactician. Heck. I knew the nature of this guy. I'm not going to build him in my usual way. I'm going to make him killy. Your job is to fight. Your job is to fight vampires, personally. That is your job, sir. Kill vampire lords. Sit Nation and kill vampires while costing me far too much money for your actual upkeep. Rumble, 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 rumble.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Next turn, I'm going to see my income drop precipitously as all of these hammerers and the like get dropped in. I'm expecting somewhere around 1,500 gold pieces a turn to fall off the map.
No.
But, who knows? Johann might still be sitting there. If he's still sitting there, and if he doesn't leave when I attack him, well, I'll be able to draw Obersteier's garrison and butcher them on the open field. I will play that again because experimental army. Not sure what to do with it. Want to try and get a feel for it before Chaos rolls around. Chaos is a much more dangerous, though, than the basically pile of shit that the vampire counts have become. Like, the vampire counts are no longer a threat in the long term whatsoever. Oh. Tatmatsav Agrul Migdal. I'm almost certainly butchering how to say that. So happy. By the way, found out about that trick. Pretty useful. Click on this, it'll go. Carrot peaks. It's mine. It's back in doughy hands. That's good.
Onward!
The dwarves actually are disliking me more because the whole I kicked the shit out of the greenskins a bajillion times hasn't really... It's really decayed,
King.
honestly.
How may the High King serve thee? Never.
Alright, can I get Crocodrock to like me a little
You
more?
may speak before my shield bearers and on the oath stone.
Oh, they're aggressive. That's weird.
Not likely.
Okay, will you take a defensive... Will you take military access? Oh, whoa. High chance? No, then.
Agreed.
Now they'll like me quite a bit more. Now for the big kicker for making friends with Crocodrock once, you know, Chaos itself rolls around.
No reason for it.
They're actually willing to consider the idea, which is a very good sign indeed.
Sure.
Yes! Good! They're going to like me a lot now. 24. For the minus 30 for great power, that's pretty damn good. And after the next 3 turns, I'll invest in Dwarfen Diplomats and Dwarfen Emissaries for a plus 30 to all factions. That should get me, along with the Shield of Civilization trait, enough to, well, confederate Crocodrock. So I've made this a bit of a personal goal, mostly because I don't really expect the combat in this to be anything special. I expect to be able to just ram my 2 armies into chaos and break them. Oh, yeah. For a moment, I was like, did I put that under siege? Did someone else siege it somehow out from under me? And then I went, oh, right. Mine? Okay. Because I can be a bit of a derp at times. Still, it'll be interesting to see if Tempelhof tries to strike at Eschen again. Because now that I have a combat-based lord there, I can throw him out there and he will target basically everything. You saw what happened with the experimental army. That was with some really dangerous units. If the AI just throws zombies and skeletons at me, they're not going to do so well against the Lord. Eben von Leibwitz is the Supreme Patriarch. You know that title's really meant for Volkmar the Grim, right? That's literally what he is in the fluff, the Supreme Patriarch. Wait, no. No. Never mind. Patriarch is what Gelt should have, not Volkmar. Supreme Patriarch is the leader of the mages and the Empire. The Archmage, as if you will. And a very powerful fellow indeed. So, yeah. Alright, Garrulus, what are you doing? You're moving through there, which is actually a route that's new to Mortal Empires. As you poor Scion Slayer happen to be thinking of anything good to do, you're going to screw with Barak Far? No? No? No. You're going to screw with Ockendorf? No? No. What else? What are you doing? What are you doing? You seem to be hunting Paravonians. Paravonese? Paravons? People from Paravon seem to be what you are hunting. Also, Bretonia, I'd claim Grunzent, and Empire I'd claim Blackstone Post if it weren't for the fact that, you know, that's not actually an option in Total War Warhammer. Apparently it was in the previous games, but again, cannot confirm, have not played previous Total War games, not really interested in historical games. History tends to be less interesting than fantasy, aside from the occasional weird shit like the Habsburgs and their, frankly, pornographic levels of incest. Really can describe medieval Europe overall. Frankly, pornographic levels of incest. But that's Crusader Kings 2. That is not any of the Total War games as far as I'm aware. And yes, I will make friends with you. Or at least I will say, I'm not going to stab you. So they're going to be interesting. It's like Talabecklin and the Empire are teaming up to finally wipe out Ostermark. That'll be good. That'll be very, very, very good. Alright. Border Princes, what are you doing? Are you going to go help against Chaos, or are you going to fortify your own lines for the eventual Northman invasion in this area? Then again, it's the AI, I don't think you know about that, so if you don't, you know, fortify your own place, I'm not really going to hold it against you. Silver Host, are you going to sally? You're probably going to pluck at my units. Probably try and wound my Master Engineer and assault units otherwise. Yep. Called it. Called it. Tempelhof, what you doing? Johann Stillman. He appears to be attempting to march on Eschen. And Leisberg recruited a bunch of new troops via the power of Raised Dead. The undead can do that, and it is very, very annoying. You just go, bam, new troops. How? Fuck you. It's actually a pretty viable undead strategy to have all stacks have another stack of zombies fly them around, like just a whole damn stack of zombies. Throw the stack of zombies at the enemy, let the zombies die, and then promptly raise dead to just get a bunch of good troops. Because you'll have so many... Because the troops you get out of raised dead are based on the number of corpses in a battle, and zombies have a very high unit count. The quality of the corpses doesn't matter. You can get Grave Guard from killing your zombies. Because obviously, if you kill a zombie, they're going to return as Grave Guard. And Varg, what are you even... Surtha Ek, what even? It seems that Arch-Lector Volkmar the Grim, Volkmar's proper title, not Supreme Patriarch, Arch-Lector, not Supreme Patriarch, I was wrong about that. He's doing pretty well. That rebellion got its shit pushed in. But a rebellion? Oh, because that's an empire thing. I was like... But the peasants of Bretonnia are too beaten down to rebel. Game! But nope, turns out I'm just stupid.
If you dare.
Alright, first up.
Thank them.
Let's turn this little army into pus.
On to glory for the ancestors.
Because let's face it, they're completely screwed. We don't even need to play the battle. It looks like it was basically, I sat back and let my organ guns kill everything, which is completely something that I would have actually done had I been forced to play it. I do like that they don't force you to play every battle. It may be fitting to the setting to just have to deal with endless, grinding war, but that doesn't make it fun! You know?
Let us begin. And add shoulder axes.
Slap you into Eshen, because I'm more worried about, you know... Actually, ambush! That could be interesting. Yeah.
Never.
Next turn, force march to Tempelhof, then turn after that Oberstyre, because they wanted to wipe out the little army. If they had brought in 2 lords, I would probably lose. Of course, if Pieter tries to throw himself at me, he's not going to do too well. Not going to do too well at all. Oh, Hellfen! That's actually a famous battle in the fluff. Basically what happens is that some really old necromancers from the time of Nagash himself, the first necromancer, decided to screw around with the Empire in the time of Sigmar. They proceeded to be taught why Sigmar's Warhammer is named Skull Splitter.
What? Come, kin. Let us feast
They
and
got their
drink.
skulls split.
Not likely.
Alright, you have no
Aye.
interest in helping?
All here are honored dwarfkin. No!
You have no interest in joining, and I have no interest in Greybeard's prospectors whatsoever. The Empire is making me a healthy 3.9k. And Border Princes are making me a healthy 2,000. I can, of course, sell a lot more resources. Aside from wine, I'm actually maxed out on selling my wine. Still.
Ulrich's will.
Gelt being Castellan Engineer is kind of strange, because that's the title that you really should give to the guy from Nuln. Castellan Engineer is basically Chief Engineer.
Aye.
With a few quirks, but those are kind of complicated and debatable if they even exist or not.
The throng is mustered. By the king's command.
One of those armies is much smaller than the others. Target the bigger army.
No.
The Northmen are getting very good at this not dying thing.
By the Torchbearer's will.
I'm getting kind of annoyed. Oh, great. You get...
The doom comes.
You know, game, if you're trying to be subtle about there being a Skaven settlement, this isn't really how you do it. Especially as the region is drowning in Skaven corruption. The idea of hiding in ruins is nice for the Skaven, but it doesn't really help them against humans. If they could just go, okay, this place is like 100% Skaven corruption. There's a ruin in the middle of it. I'll bring in a couple of stacks and smash it to pieces.
Never yield.
Looks like Volkmar's little merry party has given these guys
Your
a taste of the
demise
gunpowder
is
and
certain.
faith part of faith, steel, and gunpowder.
The nation calls.
Then again, given the amount of warhammers they'd be throwing around, and the amount of, well, actually no, they don't have anything swordy really. They have They have the Reichsguard, and that's it. Otherwise, literally everything in their army is gun. They're basically trying to play modern warfare. I don't mean the Call of Duty game, I mean actual, real-life modern warfare. I'd call it funny if it weren't so pathetic. I can't take Drakenhof. What I can do is let Eschen's garrison replenish. Look at that. Lots of troops have gotten back up. And that's going to help a lot for Eschen, because they need all the troops they can get. 12 turns till I can upgrade, though, which is actually bad enough. I don't make that much wine, and I do sell a lot of it. How much money is selling wine making me? 702 gold pieces for selling wine. Demolish the Tinkerer's shop. We're going to put an actual garrison building here and hope that's enough to hold off any assaults from Drakenhof. Not like I don't have the money to do it after all. Alright. Nothing else I can see to do. Also, this is going to be so nice because melee defense for hammerers is very good. They don't actually have very high melee defense. See, the Longbeards with great weapons actually have much higher melee defense, much less melee attack. Hammers are honestly probably the most aggressive force in the Dwarven Arsenal. Like, besides Slayers, but they're actually sustained assaults, you know? They also got pretty solid armor at 105. It's not like Iron Drake level. You see how they're going to get 135 by the end of this, which is, I think, the highest armor in the game, outside of specially built lords. Anyway, turn, in, go. I'm hoping my Thane will be able to at least pluck away and slow down the Chaos forces, and the ambush has been foiled to no one's real surprise. Encamp that guy and get him like a bunch of, what's good against undead that I can buy in 2 turns? I guess grudge throwers? But those are only really good at distance and in really massed fights. I'm not going to give this backup lord guy a full stack. I'm probably not even going to give him half a stack. I'll give him like 8 cards, maybe? That sounds about right. Probably some Thunderers. You don't really get much armor piercing. Thunderers and Longbeards with great weapons. Because you always want to field Longbeards with great weapons against the undead instead of normal Longbeards. The undead have literally 0 archers after all. And oh, the Dwarves Confederated Greybeards Prospectors. That's going to be helpful and kind of annoying at the same time. It'll give me another front to manage.
Heavy in my grip.
Not manage.
Speak your words.
Manage. M-A-N-A-G-E. And moderate. Okay, I'll take it then. I was going to see if I could get more money out of it, but I didn't want to gamble that. And oh! I know you 2 exist now! Oh, right! Because I'm friends with the dwarves! So now that they see over there with the Greybeards Prospectors, I see over there too. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, are these guys doing something? Guys, are you going to do anything? Alright. Hopefully the Doom Engineer doesn't target some important tier 5 settlement. My growth is bad enough. You know? They're going to do that, aren't they? Just to screw with me. Ah, goody. I get to see what they're doing and have this nice zoom all over the place. Very cinematic. Very interesting. Huh. 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 Interesting. Border princes are being their usual good, reliable selves, at the least. Ah, chaos spawned there too, like they do in not Mortal Empires. Not Sword of Chaos either. Gah, like they do in. I can't remember. Eye of the Vortex. That's what it's called. Eye of the Vortex. That's the name. How did I manage to forget that?
Vengeance will make me happy. Is that what you offer?
You're telling a dwarf to forget grudges. Have you forgotten the event that is literally fulfill the grudge or fulfill the grudge? Fuck off. Oh good, the Varg are doing a thing. Something to actually discuss. At least if it's interesting. They do have 3 stacks up here. Less than, well, technically 3 stacks. 2 of them are a bit down, but that's still a lot of troops. Lots of troops. Alright then. Let's try and be cheeky and see if it works.
Ready? All
Our strength
here,
rank 2
our
now,
honored
but if
dwarf
this
king.
works, keywords if,
Doubtful.
nope. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll end the episode off here. Next time, more fortifying up, destroying Fort Obersteier finally, and slowly moving my troops up north to push past chaos before they actually get to my territory, because getting to my territory would be very, very painful. Very, very painful. Questions, comments, suggestions? Put them in the comment section or in the threads linked in the description. And goodbye.